We all know that crime in our country is a serious problem. Our right to live in a safe community is being challenged. Just look at the facts. Criminals are moving into areas we once considered safe. Carjackings have become so common that many people won't even drive alone. Many of our parks have become so overrun with gangs and drug dealers that our families and friends are afraid to go on picnics or outings. We even encourage our children to walk around in groups to reduce the chance of being kidnapped or molested. Some crimes have become so commonplace that many people don't bother to take the time to report them. For others, living in fear has become a way of life. The truth is, you don't have to watch your community fall to crime. There's something you can do. You can join together and start taking a more active role in keeping your community safe by teaming up with law enforcement agencies to reduce crime. In fact, in communities that participate in community policing, illegal activities have been reduced as much as 80%. Now that's some reduction. And when you work together to reduce crime, you begin to feel good about yourself because you know you are doing what is right for your family, your neighbors, and your community. This program is about how you can reduce crime by being able to identify and then report suspicious activities. You will learn how to recognize a potential crime and how to correctly identify the suspects in their vehicles. Now, let's get started by showing you how you can recognize suspicious activity. Since most criminals look for easy targets, they will often spend time checking out a home, business, or neighborhood, looking for the right opportunity. Some crimes are planned, and others require setup or preparation time. By staying alert and knowing what to look for, you can prevent crime before it happens. The following 3 situations show suspicious activities that may lead to some type of crime. It's not uncommon for criminals to pretend they are doing work around a home that they know will be unoccupied. This gives them a chance to check for locks, alarms, and valuable contents. Then, at a more convenient time, they may return to do the burglary. Or they may be acting as a lookout for someone inside who's stealing property. If you suspect that the lawn doesn't need cutting, or you know your neighbor cuts his own grass, or if the individual doesn't look like they quite know what they're doing, then this should be reported. In this case, the grass doesn't look like it needs cutting. I would have reported this situation after I called and found that my neighbor wasn't home. When we work together, we look out for each other. Why is this vehicle driving slowly through neighborhoods? The guys in this car could be looking for a home to burglarize. Or they could be looking for anything that may be easy to steal, such as lawnmowers or bicycles. Kidnappers and child molesters will also cruise neighborhoods, looking for children that may be alone or out late. A lot of crimes are committed because criminals are opportunistic. If they see something of value or something easy to steal, they will take it. If they see someone who looks like an easy victim, they may assault him. If you see a vehicle continually driving through your neighborhood very slowly, and the occupants seem to be observing a particular address where no one is home, take precaution and report it. Often, you have to trust your intuition. If you think something is wrong, let the 911 operator decide if it's worth the call. Our next situation may be a little more obvious. This man should be reported. This could be a burglary in progress. When you consider that most thefts happen during the day when people are at work, reporting this quickly will probably help catch a thief. When each of us accepts the responsibility for keeping our neighborhoods crime-free, we are on the path to a safer community. And isn't that something we all want? You just watched 3 situations that could have been crimes in progress, or a crime looking for a place to happen. In this situation, the action could match a couple of the possible crimes. But more than likely, you are witnessing a drug deal. If you see someone hanging around your school or park, if they seem out of place, or it looks like kids are buying or selling something, it deserves reporting. Call your local law enforcement agency or 911 with a suspect's description. And if a vehicle was involved, a description and a license number. The officer told our community watch group that many criminals follow a pattern, a system where they try to blend in, such as pretending to be a salesperson, a power company employee, or someone who comes to your door looking for a person you never heard of. If you notice a stranger in your neighborhood, going door to door, looking in windows, or walking to the back of your neighbor's home, take notice. It could be a possible burglary suspect, or the person is trespassing for some other reason. In either case, report the incident to your local police or sheriff's department, or call 911. Criminals often plan their crimes. For instance, they may be watching a particular house or business at different hours of the day or night, looking for the right opportunity to plan a burglary or robbery. If you notice someone outside a home or business nervously placing items in their vehicle, report it immediately. Helping to keep our community safe isn't just the job of law enforcement. We all have to share the responsibility. Suspicious activity is an event taking place that is out of the ordinary that could lead to a crime or be a crime in progress. You'll not only get to know your neighbor better, you'll also know when your neighbor is on vacation or at work, and who belongs there and who doesn't. Behind me is a 911 dispatch center. When you dial 911, this is where your call is taken. When you call in a report, be sure to state clearly the kind of assistance you need, because there are 3 types of emergency: police, fire, and medical. The operator will decide where to place your call. Responding quickly and accurately is important. A lot of arrests are made because of the information citizens provide. That's why it's important to immediately report suspicious activities. By the way, if you're calling 911 from a payphone, just dial. With many phone companies, there's no charge for an emergency call. So far, you have witnessed several types of suspicious activities and learned how to report them. Now, let's talk about how you can provide an accurate description. The point is, the more information you can immediately give the operator, the better the chances of the perpetrator being caught quickly. And getting a license number is also important, because it will tell the police who owns the vehicle. Here's a list of important things you should remember when reporting a possible crime. The suspect's race, gender, height, weight, color of clothing, and any distinguishing marks or features. The vehicle's color, model, make, license number, direction of travel, and distinguishing marks or features. Many people would like to do something about crime if they only knew what to do. This program has illustrated that by reporting suspicious activity, working with your neighbor and law enforcement agencies will lead to a safer community. By becoming the eyes and the ears of the police and reporting suspicious activities, you have taken the first step toward reducing crime in your community. If you don't, who will?